So, very important video. This is necessary now for Peugeot users. Meanwhile, I think it's about to rain. It's almost 6:30 p.m. Today, which is 14th July 2025. So, please, if you have intention to buy this Toyota Corolla 2024, I could say 2022, 2023 to 2007. You know, that 9th generation Toyota Corolla. I'm trying to remember the nickname they call it in Nigeria. There's one version, I think that's Asian spec or Japan spec they call bank type in Nigeria. But you know what I mean. So likewise, the American spec. In fact, it's even the American spec that I'm focusing on. 2003, just say 2003 to 2007, but I think it started as early as 2001 or 2. Stay away from that car, don't buy. If you have one already, do as much as you can to get rid of the car and get something else. I mean, just last night, on a street, that street has about, you could say maybe more than 50 cars parked there, different model of cars. Name it. Model, brand. Out of all those cars parked on that street that night, thief came and vandalized cars. Guess which of the cars they vandalized? Out of all the different models and brand of cars that were parked on that street that night, only that Toyota Corolla model. As usual, they broke the glass, one of the rear windows. From there, they gained access, opened the doors, and then took those window control switches and the engine ECUs. That's what happened. I'm talking about last night. So, personally, I would advise you stay away from that car, because one of the things those people are going to suffer, the people that are not victims or that were affected or their cars were vandalized, is getting a replacement ECU will even be that easy. Because I know somebody this has affected or happened. Is it twice or 3 times? The first time it happened to this is someone that is close to me, not like a family member. First time it happened to this person, he went and searched for the ECU. Luckily, the first attempt, he put the ECU, the car started and everything worked. Second time they did the same thing. You know what they usually do, like I said, they will get access, break one of the windows, enter inside, take the both front window switches. Sometimes mostly the driver's own, but most times the two. They would disconnect the two, they will disconnect the engine ECU, which is under the dashboard. Very easy to access. So what they now, the second time they did the same thing to this person. In fact, this time around it was worst case scenario. It was the worst. It was. Let me explain so you understand. The car was at a workshop. They rebuilt the engine. You know, opened up the engine, changed rings, changed this, did all that thing, and mounted, coupled the engine back. Before the engine could start, that was when they now did that thing. So, eventually he was able to get ECU. Guess what? The car refused to start. They tried about 5. What is 5? You could say maybe like 10 different ECUs. See, you understand what's going on? The car, let's assume the car is one particular town, which they don't sell ECUs at. So to get engine ECU, you have to travel like 100 kilometers to somewhere else to buy. Knowing that nobody is going to give you engine ECU for free to go and test 100 kilometers away from his town or his shop. He doesn't know who you are. So you have to buy for you to go and take to know whether it will work. And it doesn't work, you come back with hope that it's going to refund you. If it doesn't, you... And the worst case, it got to a point, nobody even could tell what was making the car not to start. But is it the ECU, or is it that the engine was not properly rebuilt? Or the issue was because it was rebuilt, the engine was working well, only that it was smoking, consuming oil. So this thing that happened, see, it took almost a year, if not more than 1 year, before they were able to find the right ECU. Even when they went online, did everything, got one that was supposed to have the same number, it still refused to start. From one workshop to another, he kept moving the car, trying to check, is it even the ECU that's causing it now? Or is it that the engine had a problem due to the rebuild? Eventually was the ECU. So, see, that is even aside. Another, even, in fact, the worst is even your life is at stake. Driving this kind of, that particular Corolla in Nigeria, all this I'm saying, driving this car in Nigeria, you are not even safe. Look at the security situation in Nigeria. This is car thief magnets. This car attracts magnet thieves like crazy. You could be a car hijacked on while you're in motion. Somebody can block you just because of that car. That, to me, I don't even understand what people see in that car. You could be killed in the process of trying to snatch the car from you. You drive somewhere, I mean, funny enough, this car is not very unsafe to even drive on high speed. I don't even get, see, honestly, I don't understand Nigerians. Very unsafe car to speed with. I'm not saying everybody is into speed, but come on, if you're on expressway and doing 100 kilometers per hour, I'm just being conservative now, 100 kilometers per hour. If something happens, you could actually lose your life because of that, even though it's not a high speed pace like that. So, what is in that car? I know the only thing I will say you benefit having that car is resale value. That is the only thing. But is it really worth it? Because when resale value means it's a car you could buy a year or 2 years later, want to resell, you may sell it at that same price you purchase it, or even higher. Even after you must have killed the vehicle, damage it, abuse it mercilessly. That is the only advantage. But of course, because Nigerians, average Nigerians love to abuse cars, so they prefer the one that they will abuse and it still will not tell, or they won't reap the consequences of the abuse. So that's the only things I will tell you you could benefit from that. If not, what is it about the car that makes sense? Nothing, as far as I'm concerned. Number one, unsafe to drive on highway or expressway. Is that car is like waterproof. No stability, nothing. I don't know, people that drive them, I actually praise them. People like me, there's no how I can. Even 206 has a better stability or high speed than that car. A small tiny car called 206, it has better, it is safer to drive than that car. Number two, is one of the most expensive vehicles to maintain in Nigeria. You think I'm joking? Go to mechanic workshop where they repair all those Toyota Corolla. Start asking them how much does all these parts they replace cost. Go to market where they say they don't even have original new parts for that particular model of car. Everything about that car is almost fake when it comes to new. Everything that's why used parts sellers make more money for that car than new ones. As you see, that vehicle is compared to other brands. The reason why I'm saying that, some will say, oh, but that's what they can afford. Why? No, I'm saying it's because there are other brand model of cars of that size produced the same year that are better for you. Why must it be that car? If you want to come to Peugeot, you have 307. 307 is there. It's cheaper to maintain. It will be cheaper for you to buy. Even the fuel consumption, people are saying, have you driven a 307 1.6 liter engine? To say 307 is fuel consumption is very high. Unless that vehicle has a big problem in terms of injection system or abuse or stuff like that. 307 is very okay. Let's do that comparison. Nobody will steal a 307 window switches. Why? Because if new ones are available, and new ones are not high quality, the new ones in Nigeria are not high quality, yet they are very cheap. can get them very cheap. So you don't even need to buy used ones. All these ones they are selling because that's why there's higher demand for the used ones, to use Toyota control window control switches. They're very expensive. I don't even know whether they have new ones in the market. Maybe their new ones don't work, so that's why they go for used ones, which are expensive. 307, go and steal it. Who is going to give you? Nobody will give you any call or bother to go and look at you whether you sell used one. New ones are there and they work. Trust me. Years later, you see them still working, very cheap. So there's no incentive to sell them. That's what I'm saying. You have to be logical when you are choosing a car to have. Why buy a headache, something that will put you on leave? As in, you can't drive anywhere and feel comfortable. Everywhere you drive to in public, you park, you're always anxious that this may come by and won't see that car. It's expensive to maintain. You say, oh, because this is just like propaganda people, Nigerians engage in. Oh, this car is very full economical. Have you tried another vehicle of that same size, that same era? Have you tried another car and for you to say this car only, oh no, this Toyota Corolla model consumes less than every other one? Who told you that? Even Honda Accord of that year, for me, I wouldn't prefer them to that Corolla. They are cheaper to maintain, you're cheaper to buy. I mean, just being honest. I know some people might say, oh, come on. That's what I'm saying. You have options, you have alternatives, better ones. In fact, when it comes to class, come on, can you compare that Corolla with other cars when it comes to class? These are not a car you can buy, you want to show off that you have arrived. I'm not saying everybody driving that has that intention. People that buy that Corolla, their intention is to show them alive. But the funny thing, they're even more expensive than the cars actually have class. So that's why I don't get Nigerians. Oh man. Very boring car. Have you enter inside, you'll be wondering, come on, this car was produced in the 2000s. Look at the interior, boring, nothing attractive, nothing to even make you want to stay longer in that car. So to travel with that car would be like, you put you in a prison, because you want to get to your destination as quickly as possible. Unlike other cars that you'll be like, I wish I can drag this journey for 2-3 days. Because you are enjoying the trip, you are enjoying the journey actually. Because compared to the ones that, man, please put you in a plane so that I will be there and we'll get away from this horrible place. I don't know. You might see that some people will get offended with this video, thinking that, oh, I'm bashing their cars or I'm bashing their dream cars. I'm telling you what consequences of what you are going to face. People that have them already, like I said, is there. I mean, it sucks, but you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Compared to other car users, they don't suffer all these things people suffer. Every time anxiety. You drive to your house, you can't even sleep. If somebody knocks at the gate in the night or you hear a noise outside, you are already afraid that if somebody wants to steal your car. Unlike other people that will just doze off. Because, I mean, there's nothing attractive. Theirs are not part of the ones that thieves find attractive to steal. So do yourself a favor, even if you've gotten one. I mean, do the best you can. Put all kinds of security to see if you can scare them away. My advice is, if you have one already, go and ask your mechanic, your technician, electrician, to remove your engine ECU. Engine ECU is the one Nigeria call brain box. So for those who don't know what I mean, it's what Nigerians call brain box locally. Have it removed, snap it. There will be a side of this thing where you see a sticker, some numbers engraved or written on the box. Or take a picture of it or write out every number or name you see there. But I would rather you take a picture of it. As long as those numbers are still there. Take a picture of it. Go and print out the picture on a paper, save it somewhere in your place or wherever. Put it on your Google Drive, save it there, however you do that. So that if it eventually happens to you, you will be able to easily source for another one, because you will not understand what I'm saying until you lose it. You think that once they go, they will get another ECU and put. It could take you months. There are some that eventually they may find the ECU, the car will start, but some functions will not work well anymore. Your fuel gauge may not work, your speedometer may not work. One or two, That's what I'm saying. It's better. So the only best way to source for yours immediately and get the right one is those numbers. One of them or two of them will be able to tell exactly which wiring system, which model of Corolla, and which engine model or transmission model that ECU is meant for, the brain box is meant for. So that once you get it, you know immediately as you are putting it, it's started and everything will work. Because most likely you are going to experience that. It might not be once, it might not be twice until you get rid of the car, or you live with that issue, or you relocate, or you stop driving the car in public road, or parking it in public places. Well, you might say, oh, what are they? Doesn't mean they will stay 307 ECU or brain box. Every Peugeot technician knows that it's useless to say their ECU or brain boxes. You know, what's the point? It's not like the Corolla that you can put and start the vehicle without pairing the key with every other components that work with the ECU. This one you must. I mean, for the Corolla, there's no that kind of security doesn't exist in those cars. So once you get any ECU, you start. Unlike this other one, so it becomes pointless if you still only the ECU in a Peugeot like 307. What's the point? Who is going to buy it from you? Because they're going to do so many things for you to be able to run it on another vehicle, which becomes useless. So that's what I'm saying. It's just don't go for. You might say, oh, I'm encouraging, I'm bashing it using Peugeot. What of other cars? We have Honda Accord. No, not Honda Accord, Honda Civic. We have Honda Civic of those same 2002 to 2007. Go for them. There may be others, maybe Hyundai. Though Hyundai, I don't usually like their engines. Maybe, after all, this Toyota, their engine, look at how much their engine costs. That Corolla, find out how much do they sell Honda Accord or no, Honda Civic of that year, those production years. How much did they sell their engines and transmission? That of 307 and every other smaller or cars of that Corolla size produced at that same year. How much did they sell their engines and transmission? Then find out the Corolla own. So I don't see nothing. I have no idea why people are so. Almost every Nigerian must have used or currently use that Corolla. Like I said, this thing happened last night. Imagine on a whole street where so many cars of different brands, everything parked. Only this model of cars we have vandalized. If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what else. So, do yourself a favor, and yeah, some people will still find something negative from there. Of course, it's expected. Not everybody will assimilate this message the way I do. Others will do. Some will see it as I'm bashing the car. Some will see it as it doesn't matter. Some will actually see it as, man, this makes sense. And this could also save somebody who might be considering to buy this car and didn't know about all these things that could happen to the person. They end up losing that car or lose your life. It doesn't mean they don't steal other cars. It doesn't mean they don't vandalize even Peugeot, every other thing. But the likelihood for it to happen is very slim, very low compared to this. As every Peugeot user, we sleep well at night. Wherever we go to joint to drink. We'll stay there till midnight. We don't care until we want to go, we'll leave. Nobody bother about, oh, my car, is this still there? This Corolla, you cannot. It's like you are drinking, but the drink is not even affecting you because it's most likely by the time you come out, you'll see your car. It's very common in Abuja. I don't know about other places, but that's a common thing here. You know. So don't think what I'm saying is making things up. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.